Hello everybody, today I have the second part of Sungha Jung Fireflies for you. It's been a while since the first part and I do apologize about that. I've been busy. Also, there's still the buzzing noise that my mic makes and I'm also sorry about that. I'm trying to get a new mic or get this one replaced, but it hasn't happened so far. So let's get straight to the song, no dilly-dallying around. So, in the last part I taught the intro, whatever. So if you want to learn that and you haven't learned that, I suggest you do so by clicking a link that'll be either on the video now or in the description or somewhere. And you can learn the first part because it explains some of the chord shapes that I'm going to be using today, and the cables on the 3rd fret, which is also explained there. And so yeah, let's start. I'm just going to teach what I played. I'll just go for however long it happens to be. And we'll continue from there in part 3, which hopefully will not be as delayed. So you start with a G, but it's almost like a C-shaped G is how I like to think of it. I, personally, it's basically what I do is I do a C shape, but move my other 2 fingers over. It's just what I do. So you have 3rd on the E, low E, and you hit that twice. And then you hit 3rd on the B with the open D and G. And then the little 2 X's and the tabs mean a slap, like a hit. I'm not going to be doing all of them because some of them are a little bit advanced for me, so I do the ones that I can. So. And then you have the open G, 3rd on the B, so the same fretting as you have now, and you just pull off to the 1st of the B. Okay, and then the little parentheses around the note means that it's called a ghost note, which means it's kind of there, but it's not really played too loud, so if you want to skip over them, you can. I'm just going to go through how they're played anyways. I don't usually focus on them when I'm playing, though, so just keep that in mind. So you then have the open D, ghost note. And then you go to the C, but you also have 3rd on the B. So you have 3 on the A, open G, and 3rd on the B as well. And you hit that, then you hit just the 1st on the B, and then with the C shape still, you hit the 3rd on the A, the 2nd on the D, and the open G. So right there, that whole little almost complete bar we have is. Okay, and then you hit the same notes again twice, basically. The open G and the 2nd on the D. As a little transition to the next bar, so like that, just a little. Doesn't have to be too loud or focused on those notes, but they're there. And then the next part, you switch to the F. And if you remember the F shape from the first lesson, it's an F which I use my thumb for. The shape looks like that. It's a little bit difficult to get, and it'll take you some time. Your thumb is going to hurt a lot after you've been doing that for so long. But what I do is I just do a normal F shape without the bar. So just consider it as a normal F. But instead your index finger is on the B, the 1st of the B, and your thumb is on the 1st of the E. So you end up having an open high E note, which is actually used in the song a little bit, so it's kind of helpful to have that be open. And how it's used in this bar is you hit the E string twice, and then you hit the D and the G, then you have a slap. Hit the D and the G again. But as you do that, you pull off your the 2nd on the G. So you have open G string. Okay, and then you hit the third on the D. And then you have all those three notes combined, the first on the E, the third on the D, and the second on the G. As you're holding, you just keep holding the same chord basically. And hit the A, the E, D, and G string. And then you have D and B, which should be second and first if you're doing it how I'm doing it. And then you hit the third on the B. I just use my pinky to switch it over. So okay, then you have open D and G with a slap, but I don't do that slap. Kind of sounds weird. It's kind of hard for me to do it, but if you want to do the slap, feel free. So you've open D and G, and then you just have the open D, like that. Pretty fast. So that whole bar right there is like that. The whole thing combined, which I've just taught, the 2 bars, goes like. Like that. So next is the you have the third on the G, and then you have open high E. Then you have the third on the B with the open G. Then you have a slap. I don't usually do the slap either, so I'm not going to do it when I teach it, but there's a slap there. So third, open E, then third on the B. That's what that sounds like. So after the third on the D, or the G and the B, you have first on the B, still with the open G. And then you have open G and second on the D. So. And then you have third on the A, so you're making a C shape again. You go from a G shape to a C shape, kind of, so. So you hit the third on the A, then you go back to the second and the open on the D and G. Then there's a slap. I don't do that slap either, but after the slap, it's another third on the A, and then it's pretty fast. So you have third on the A. You pull off from 3 to 1 on the B. Then you have third on the A again. But quickly you go to the third on the D and the second on the G, which is the F shape. You go back to the F shape. So that bar goes from D or G to C to F within the same bar. And so that last part goes from C to F by the little change right there. So that sounds like this. Sorry, let me do that again. Like that. A little bit faster than that, but that's how it sounds. I usually don't play it exactly how it's on the tabs. I kind of do it however I feel like, so follow as you will. But the next part is the F. You go back to the F shape, and it's the little ending before you turn around and do basically the same thing again. So it sounds like this. Like that. So you start with the first fret twice. Or the first fret on the E string, sorry. First fret on the E string twice. And I tend to strum this part. It goes. So I just have the F chord. I'm holding it, and I just strum it. So that's personal preference of mine, but you want to hit it 4 times. Or 3. I hit it 3. I kind of hit it like a very quiet 4. But you can see the tabs if you want to know exactly how to play. But I go like... And then after that little strumming part, you have... There's another hit that I don't tend to do, but you're still holding the F shape, and you go from the first... you have the first fret on the E string, and you have the second fret of the G string. You pluck those two. Then you go up from the A to the D, which should both be the 3rd fret. And then you have the open G. So you let go on the G string. You have open G. So in my case, I let off my ring finger, or my middle finger, sorry. And then there's a hit that I don't usually do. And then it goes from 1 to 3, hammer on the B. There's also a ghost note on the A, open A, which I don't usually hit either, but feel free. So that part is... what I do is I do it twice, basically. I do the F twice. So... I just go back down again, but as it's not in the tabs, that's not how I'm going to teach it, so whatever you feel really is right. It doesn't have to follow exactly, but that's how it is. Then you do it again, basically. You do the same thing. So the differences are when you go to the F shape on the first go around, basically. After you hit the... Right there. The only difference is in between the... As you did in the first go around, the same exact thing. Like that, remember? But you have the first of the E in between those. As you can see in the tabs, it goes... with the F note in between, so it's kind of confusing from the tabs, but basically that note right there that you heard in between, that's the only difference in the two things. And then it's the same until, again, when it goes to the that part with the G. Instead, this time, you're going to go same beginning with the 3rd on the G, open E. Then you have the 3rd on the B and open G. And then you have a hit that I don't usually do. And then you have the same thing, 2 on the D and open G. And then you have the 3rd on the A, so you're making the C shape again. But then this time you go. Okay? So that difference is from the 3 on the A, you go open E. Then you go 3rd on the B. There's a hit. I don't do these 2 hits that you can see. I do. I just don't do them. So after 3rd on the A, 3rd on the A, open E, open high E, then 3rd on the B, and then 2nd on the D and open G, and then 2nd on the G and 1st on the B. So like that. And then after that, it's the same way the end of the first one. like that. So, that's all I'm going to teach now. It's actually very hard to teach this song, if you wouldn't have guessed by the very confusing tab, so I'm sorry if I kind of messed up in some places, but yep, thank you much for watching. I will get back with part 3 soon, hopefully with a better mic, so until then, thank you.